In today's video, I'm going to give you a comparison between Ezoic and Journey by Mediavine. Which of these ad networks earns more money? Well, I'm going to tell you. So you see, I have a website that I've recently had on Facebook that's done really well. I just produced a video on that. I made about $3,000 last month. And in this month so far, in the first 4 days, it's made $513.22 from the Facebook bonus program. But I've also been sending traffic to my website, and I'm using either Ezoic or Journey by Mediavine to make money on my website. So today I'm going to show you 3 things. First, I'm going to show you how much money I was making on Ezoic, and then I made a decision to move to Journey by Mediavine. And so I'm going to show you second how much money I made on Journey. And then third, I'm going to give you a comparison between the two, Ezoic versus Journey, some of the pros and the cons. So stick around for all of this. So as mentioned just a couple of weeks ago, I moved my website from Ezoic display ads to Journey by Mediavine. And so I now have a couple of weeks of data I can compare to see which ad network is actually making me more money. First of all, I want to jump into what is Journey by Mediavine. This is their new platform created by the team over at Mediavine for smaller publishers. The requirement is only 10,000 sessions per month to get approved onto Journey. Now, previously, if you wanted to go with Mediavine, you needed to have 50,000 sessions or more per month in order to get approved. Now, all that Journey by Mediavine does require is that you have their plugin called the Grow plugin installed on your website for a period of 30 days. So they monitor your traffic and your user data for 30 days to figure out if you're a good fit or not by Journey by Mediavine. I will simply say that it took me over 2 months to get approved, so there was a long waiting period. But I did get approved eventually. I got that welcome email, which I was really excited about, so I could start adding the Journey ads to my website. I will also just point out that the integration, once I was finally approved, has been super easy. There's not a lot of options or other things that you need to go through. Basically, they turn on the ads, and that's it. So that could be a con in one way, that there's not a lot of options. But the pro for me is that it was just super easy. My website started earning from day one. The ads are turned on. It works seamlessly. I didn't have to go into any code or do anything fancy. It just worked. The other sort of thing that I'll mention is that there's not a lot of support with Journey by Mediavine. It's really more just community support. They save the premium support for those people that are actually on the Mediavine platform. Now, let me just give you a quick overview of Ezoic. Ezoic no longer has any traffic requirements, so that's why I started with them. If you have 100 visitors, 1,000 visitors a month, it doesn't matter. You can get started with the Ezoic platform. Now, they do require that you integrate with their WordPress plugin, the Ezoic plugin, and there's a lot of options there that you can do, or a CDN integration, which not a lot of people love to give that sort of access to an ad platform. But that's a couple of ways. They may have a third way as well, but those are the two that I am familiar with. The other thing is that they do have a lot of ad options. So you can customize which pages show ads, which ones don't, where to show it, go through all that process. But it's a self-integration process when you're at this level. So it might require a lot of work if you want to specialize the integration on your end. The other thing is that they also do not offer a lot of support. It's more community support driven unless you're on a higher level. Ezoic has premium ads, which you actually pay a monthly subscription to, and then you get more premium ads on your website. You get more customized support, higher level of support. All right, now let's jump into what all of you have been waiting for, their earnings. What do my earnings look like? So I have been on Ezoic for about a year, but I've only been on Journey by Mediavine for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to compare the last 2 weeks that I was on Ezoic with the first 2 weeks that I've been on Journey by Mediavine. I think that's a good comparison. Okay, so in total, if I look over at my dashboard in Ezoic Big Data Analytics, you can see my traffic here over the last couple of weeks of May is when I was on there. I earned a total of $123.98 on just shy of 33,000 page views with a total EPMV. They don't do RPMs. It's not a quite apples to apples comparison, but it gives you a good idea. I was earning $4.19 essentially per 1,000 visitors. Okay, so remember that, $123.98 on about 33,000 page views. If I go over to my Journey dashboard, you can see that over the same time period of 2 weeks, which was the end of June to the first week of July, I had a little less page views. I had just under 32,000 page views. Again, comparing that to almost 33,000 page views. And I earned $250.28 on Journey by Mediavine. And when you look at Ezoic, you can see that I earned about half what I earned on Journey by Mediavine. So Journey by Mediavine paid me just over double what I would have earned on Ezoic. And the page views is very similar. Again, about 33,000 page views on Ezoic versus just over 31,000, so actually less page views on Journey, and I made more than double the amount of money. So you can see that my RPM here is at $9.42. It's not great. It's a very low-paying niche, so I'm not surprised that the RPMs are so low, but it is more than double what I was making in the previous 2 weeks on Ezoic. So just based on earnings, I can say pretty confidently that you're going to make more money if you move over to Journey by Mediavine. Now, that may not always be the case if you're on Ezoic Premium or if you're in a different niche, other things. But in my experience so far in the first 2 weeks, I'm earning more on Journey by Mediavine. And the other thing is usually when you move to a new ad platform, it can take up to a month or 2 months to get the full earning power from that ad network. They test out different ads, different placements, and it can take time. So the fact that it's already earning double is pretty huge. It just means that I maybe will earn 2.5 times, maybe 3 times eventually what I was earning on Ezoic. Now, I do want to give the benefit of the doubt to Ezoic, and in order to be fair, I'm going to actually show you what my average RPM was over a full year. So if I come back to June 1st and of 2023 and run this report, essentially a full year, you can see that the earnings, I only earned $2,055. Not great, but the EPMV was $6.71. So it was higher than what I was showing in the last 2 weeks of Ezoic, but still lower than what I've been making on Journey. Overall, my move to Journey has been a good one. I've been earning double per visitor. It's been very easy to install and integrate. And even though there's not a lot of customer support, I've got a small website and it fits my needs for now. You may have a different experience if you move from Ezoic, but for me, it's been a good move. Now what I need to do is figure out how to make more money from my website. I need to send more traffic, whether that's from Facebook, Reddit, or other places, but that's for another video.